how to get your team thinking for themselves in your auto repair shop. I'm Dean from the Workshop Whisperer. This is the original Workshop Whisperer herself, Rachael Evans, and welcome to today's episode of Talking Shop. So, Rach, tell us, how do you get your team to start thinking for themselves?
Well, it's not a take a pill, fix quickly situation. It actually requires time and patience from you, which is probably why you don't have the solutions focused team that you would like right now. We've been helping our clients solve this one pretty much since the start, but we've got this really handy framework that we use, and it's super simple to implement. So I want you to take this one, swipe it, and go and implement it into your workshop today. It's called the 131 method. So we've talked about this before, but it'll be brand new for some of you and a refresher for others. So what we're encouraging is your team members to come with their one problem, but also with 3 potential solutions to that problem. And then the one thing, I'm disappointed that you didn't put your finger up then, the one thing that they are favouring of those 3 potential solutions. So that's why it's called 131. We know that your team members are still going to ask you questions. At the moment, you are the oracle of knowledge for everything. And you probably think, or have at least thought in the past, that it's just faster if you give them the answer. They can go and apply that fix, and then the vehicle can have its job card closed and you can get paid for it. But if you're ever to set up a business that can run without you there all the time, you need solutions-focused team members. So yes, they can come with their one issue, but they've got to come with 3 things they've thought about as ways to solve the problem. If they don't come with those 3 things, send them away until they can come back with those 3 things. Now, that particularly applies to your more experienced team members. They've usually seen enough to at least come up with a handful of potential solves. But what they fall into the habit of doing is just getting you to give them the answer. And you fall into the habit of just supplying the answer because, as we said, it's faster that way. Workflow can keep going. But you create a rod for your own back when you continue to do that year after year.
You absolutely do, for a number of reasons. One is because if you don't reward the behaviour you want, then you're stuck with the behaviour you get. So whenever your team member comes to you with a problem, you need to actually use the 131 method to get them to share with you the solution, because behaviour doesn't change unless we change the way we behave first as the leader in the auto repair shop. And the other interesting part to understand is that human beings we are our habits, we are our patterns, we are our the things that we repeatedly do. And in neuroscience, it's called what wires together fires together. And inside every person's brain is a neural pathway that fires off a preset type of behaviour. And so every time those neurons fire together, it strengthens the wiring in the brain. So when your team members come to you with a problem and you give them the answer, not only are you strengthening that neural pathway in their head that is wired to believe if they have a problem, you have the solution, but you're also strengthening the neural pathway in your head that goes, oh, well, it's just quicker if I give them the answer anyway, because that just solves the problem for now. So we're working with 2 levers here. One is getting your team to start thinking for themselves by utilizing the 131 method. But second lever is you as the owner not giving them the answer they're looking for when they come to you and asking them the question, well, what's your 3 ideas? That's how the 131 method works most effectively.
And there you have it.
Just do that. We'll see you on the next episode of Talking Shop.